Call the council session to order. If we could stand and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Excuse me. We will start with the consent agenda. Items listed below are considered routine and non-controversial by the city. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless requested by a council member, staff, or citizen. If removed, the item will be discussed at the end of the regular agenda. Item number A, approval of minutes. Approve the minutes of the following sessions. City Council work session, December 2nd, 2025. City Council regular meeting, December 2nd, 2025. City Council work session, December 16th, 2025. City Council regular meeting, December 16th, 2025. Item B, Resolution R-26-03, Seniors Active in Winsted Fiscal Agent. Adopt Resolution R-26-03, authorizing the City of Winsted to serve as the fiscal agent for seniors active in Winsted. Item C, TDS Internet Solution Quote, Winsted City Hall. Authorizes city administrator to execute a quote from TDS to provide a 36-month 500 M by 500 M fiber internet bundle and necessary equipment at Winsted City Hall. Item D, application for exempt permit, Lester Prairie Foundation for Education. Approve an application for exempt permit submitted by the Lester Prairie Foundation for Education on March 21st, 2026 at the Blue Note Ballroom, 320 3rd Street South, Winsted, Minnesota, contingent upon the Lester Prairie Foundation for Education providing all necessary documentation to the State of Minnesota Gambling Control Board. Item E, appointment, Winsted Economic Development Authority. Appoint Mr. Adam Burkholz to the Winsted Economic Development Authority with a term ending December 31st, 2031. Item F, appointment, Winsted Volunteer Fire Department. Appoint Ms. Isabel Crone to the position of Emergency Medical Responder with the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department, contingent upon passing a criminal background check, pre-employment physical, and a drug and alcohol test. Item G, resignation, Winsted Volunteer Fire Department, accept the voluntary resignation of Mr. Brandon Posh from the Winsted Volunteer Fire Department effective February 2nd, 2026. Item H, Security Bank and Trust Company pledge securities. Approve the pledge securities that Security Bank and Trust Company has purchased for the City of Winsted for the month of January 2026. Item I, Building Permit Report, January 2026. Approve the building permit report for the month of January 2026. Item J, Financial Report, December 2025. Approve the financial report for the month of December 2025. And item K, claims, approve the claims list for February 17, 2026. That's the consent agenda. We would entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'll motion to approve the consent agenda as presented, and I abstain from voting on item H.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We have no public hearings tonight. We have no old business. We have no new business. We have the department report. Winsted Lester Prairie Police Department.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sweet.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, thank you for having me. The report's gonna be a little different than I've done in the years past. Years past, I've sort of gone through what we do over and above our duties since the last time I made a report. But essentially, last January, we became one department, the Winsted Lester Prairie Police Department. And what you have in front of you is our calls for service totals for both communities, but it is one department. A couple items of note, if you haven't had time to get through, what was provided to you, we had 38 arrests. That's physical arrests, people going to jail. That doesn't mean 38 people getting charged with crimes. There's several more people that were charged with crimes. These are people actually going to jail. We responded to 332 medicals. We handled 53 ordinance complaints. We issued 194 citations, which may seem like a lot, but we also provided the community with 909 verbal warnings. So if you take that 1,000, almost 1,100 traffic stops, we do not give a lot of citations. We responded to 105 911 hang-up calls, 94 animal and dog complaints. You'll see that there's animal complaints listed, so we do respond to raccoon calls, bat calls, other animals, but a lot of those are also dog complaints. We responded to 151 suspicious activity, suspicious person, and suspicious vehicle calls. That's a testament to our communities. They're keeping an eye on their neighborhoods, their neighbors, calling us when things don't belong. 42 vulnerable adult investigations were handled by our agency. The vast majority of those are screened out fairly quickly, but the ones that do result in investigations, out of the 42, I'd say a dozen result in investigations. Primarily, they're going to be your financial exploitation of a vulnerable adult, and those are lengthy, month-long, some of them long investigations where you're getting subpoenas of bank records, search warrants, going through records, and then ultimately getting charges in court for the exploitation. Officers found 95 open doors in 2025. That's self-initiated police activity. So that's officers driving around middle of the night generally, and they find your garage door standing open, your car door standing open, and they are, as stewards of the community, they're checking to make sure, there isn't people in your garage, and at times they'll shut your garage for you, and then we leave basically a note. It's sort of a flyer that says, hey, we were here, and then you're welcome to call us and we'll explain why we were there. And in the two communities in 2025, we issued or arrested 10 people for DWI. Those are a couple of the highlights from the calls of service. Before I move just on to the next part, is there any questions on the calls of service that we had for 2025?
I for one, appreciate the verbal warnings on the traffic stops. Thank you very much.
And then it's similar to years past, but we're very fortunate to have communities that receive us well, and we have an opportunity to take part in a lot of different events. We're again in the Lester Prairie High School for DARE, Lester Prairie schools, I should say, for DARE. Officer Vasky, Emily Vasky, is teaching there. We have reached out to Holy Trinity as well. We're waiting to hear back from them. We are doing Coffee with a Cop the second Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning in the Bowman Room. That attendance, we got to find more chairs. I think I told Neil that the last time. It's attended by many people, not just Winsted folks. There's people from all over that come. Great dialogue, good questions, and we tend to get called away. So it'd be nice to maybe do that at different times so we can dedicate an officer to it. Last time we were called away and ended up chasing somebody through Lester and they had to go to jail. We are in the process, the board is of changing our patch. Our patch is going to change a little bit. And the board's also working hard on coming up with a graphic scheme so all our squad cars look the same. Because you'll see there's still 3 squad cars that have Lester Prairie graphics, 3 have Winsted graphics. We're all one department. We have been 2 Januaries, but we want them all to look uniform. So I anticipate that'll be coming to light here in May or June of this year. Halloween Business Trick or Treat is a big event we take part in, the Winter Festival Parade. We also implemented a new schedule system here in the last year. Officer Wakefield behind me is our scheduling officer who has put a lot of effort into it and has streamlined our system. We were utilizing Outlook in the past, but with the number of officers we had and different details we have each calendar day, it wasn't keeping up for us. But other than that, officers have been attending a lot of mandatory trainings, and it's sort of what we do at the beginning of the year and throughout the year, but the beginning of the year is a lot of training. So that's essentially what the police department has been up to, and if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to take them.
With our own department and covering the 2 communities, is the cooperation with the county still good?
Absolutely. The sheriff's office is, in my whole time here, has been great to work with.
Okay. And they only Do they just respond if you ask them to?
Yes, backup purposes, or there's times where we'll be on, two officers will be on separate calls, and then there's a third, fourth, fifth call that come in, and the deputies will respond to them until we clear.
Okay.
Yep.
There was a rumor going around a week and a half or so ago that you assisted ICE.
Yeah, great question. I've heard probably a dozen rumors of us assisting ICE, and I can only speak for me and my officers, but we haven't assisted ICE yet. So we did assist the Minnesota BCA with an investigation I can't comment into because that is their investigation, but no, we have not assisted ICE.
Are you approaching your 20th anniversary, or has that already passed?
Coming,
Okay, this year.
hopefully, we'll see.
I spoke at the Civic and Commerce banquet on Friday, and I talked a little bit about you guys, and I think it's been a rather smooth transition to the Winstead Lester Perry force, and I think most of that credit goes to you. I think anybody else at the helm, and we probably don't do this near as smoothly. And I thank you for that.
Thank you, Mayor. On that note, though, I just want to point out that the officers, we're in an extremely, extremely good position with great officers that make that possible. You can look around to local agencies that are struggling with keeping officers, and we have a very good group.
I think the level of professionability that all of you operate on just speaks volumes, right? And I am so glad that we have all 7 of you, and hope to keep it that way.
Thank you.
Are you fully staffed, do you feel, or?
Yes, sir. Do I feel? No.
Okay. Okay.
I think I'd like to also publicly thank the Lester Prairie City Council for working with our council to making this happen. And it just proves that maybe there are other things down the road that as communities we can work on together.
I got a question for you. When you're doing your coffee with a cop,
Yeah.
I know it sounds like it's open forum, but do you have a topic that you speak on as well?
No, we've left it open forum, and it sort of the potpourri, but it hits a lot of topics, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of the current event type stuff. We, like our last one, I started off on sort of the ATVs. There's a question that came about ATV usage in the city, but then into the fraud, because we have had some very significant fraud issues in town, whether it be identity theft or bank fraud. So we just sort of follow that wave, as it goes.
Yeah, that's the one that I was hoping gets talked about a lot because there is so much going on right now when it comes to fraud. And
In our small communities, our nice, quiet, small communities, we have folks that are losing a lot of money.
yeah,
And we are talking about possibly partnering with a bank or other financial institutions to do a nighttime discussion, right?
Yeah.
And have the community come in. Just it is scary how this is happening, right? Where they're taking voices of family members and calling folks and scaring them, and it's just there.
yeah, it really is. It's something that can't be educated enough, and appreciate you taking the time to do that.
I wanted to attend that coffee with the cop. My mother is a regular attendee, and I feel like I don't have to go because she always gives me the lowdown.
That's why you get off with a warning.
Right. Anything else, guys?
No,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've come to the portion of the program where we have open forum. Open forum provides residents with the opportunity to address an issue that is not on the agenda with the city council. The city council will not take official action on items discussed during open forum, except to refer items to staff for future report or follow-through. If you wish to address the city council, please state your name, address, and topic that you wish to discuss. Speakers will be limited to 5 minutes to discuss an issue, and the mayor will limit discussion on any one topic to 10 minutes. Is there anyone that would like to come forward and, no? Okay, no one? With that, city administrator update and announcement.
The only thing I have is that we're doing our annual audit right now, so it's a stressful time up here at City Hall, but Raquel and her staff are doing a great job, and I think that's echoed by our auditor so far. So far, so good.
Okay. Tom, do you have anything?
As a directive of the EDA, we started the process of developing a city page on our website for employment requests. So we've contacted, I think, 13 of the major industries in town and asked them if we can put their logo and their on our website and then on this page, and then if you click on it, it'll go to their website, and people can search for open employment positions. And of the 13 individuals I talked to at their companies, they were all very grateful that we would even do that. And it's just another way for them to hopefully fill their positions. So Amanda's working on setting the page up on our website right now. And hopefully in the next few weeks, it'll be up and running.
Great. Matt?
I do not.
Jesse? I don't either. So with that, we would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.